crafts never denied the dark side of volcanoes. The face of human suffering, the numbing devastation. For UNESCO, they began producing safety films on volcanic hazards, shown around the world. Footage of aftermath was impressive, but the crafts aimed to capture pyroclastic flows in action. Alaska, 1986. A close encounter on the slopes of Augustine produced amazing footage and whet their appetite for more.
We have seen so much big eruptions that now we want to see bigger and bigger and bigger, and these don't happen so often. So sometimes we have to wait 1 year or even 2 years to see something really enormous. And more enormous it is, better it is for me.
Quest leads them to Mount Unzen in 1991. They set up camp inside the evacuation zone, indifferent to the possible danger.
I am never afraid, because I have seen so much eruptions in 23 years that even if I die tomorrow, I don't care.
On June 3rd, Maurice, Katja, and a bevy of journalists moved to a valley about 2 miles from the summit. It's a fatal miscalculation. Something triggers a pyroclastic flow about 10 times bigger than all that came before. Within moments, it overwhelms the valley. By the time a TV camera in the village records this scene, Maurice, Katja, and 41 others are dead. Surely no one loved volcanoes better than Maurice and Katja Kraft. Every time we marvel at their films, we are seeing the world through their eyes. And for a moment, it's as though they are with us again. November 13th, 1985. The Colombian volcano Nevado del Ruiz erupts around 9 p.m. Part of its summit glacier melts. Water cascades down canyons, stripping them of soil, trees, boulders. Soon, the mudflow is 130 feet deep. Just before midnight, nearly 30 miles from the volcano, it engulfs a city called Armero. 23,000 people are buried alive. Only weeks earlier, scientists had surveyed the volcano and determined Armero was at risk. Somehow, their report was shelved. Yet a simple evacuation plan could have saved thousands. On the ruins of Armero, volcanologists vowed, never again. One year later, the U.S. Geological Survey helped create a unique program. 50 miles from Mount St. Helens, the Cascades Volcano Observatory is home base for the Volcano Crisis Assistance Team. With a cache of portable monitoring equipment, the 5-man team can mobilize at a moment's notice.
Stop your feet here.
Actually,
Another event coming in. Hey guys, I just got a request from...
A mission begins when a foreign nation asks for help in assessing a volcanic threat. Andy Lockhart has 10 years' experience in rapid response.
If there is a typical mission, it would consist of getting the call on Friday afternoon, going to the books, finding out if it's a volcano that we don't know much about. If it's a full-blown response, we'd take an entire observatory. We'd take all of the sensors, all of the computers, and that takes some putting together.
Lockhart and his teammates have seen action at more than 15 volcanoes in 13 countries. Their most memorable mission took them to the Philippines. April 2nd, 1991, 55 miles northwest of Manila. Plumes of steam are spotted at the summit of Mount Pinatubo by tribesmen who have lived on its slopes for generations. They've never seen anything like this. Word reaches Ray Punambayan, director of the Philippine Institute for Volcanology and Seismology in Manila. He has 4 seismographs installed near the volcano.
They reported that they were recording over 400 volcanic quakes, and that's unusual. Right then and there, I said that something unusual is happening inside the volcano.
The reports aroused concern at Clark Air Base, just 15 miles from Pinatubo. At the request of the U.S. Air Force and the government of the Philippines, a team from the U.S. Geological Survey arrives at Clark on April 23rd. They begin briefing a crisis action team directed by Colonel Richard Andere.
I think I was like most people. I didn't know a lot about volcanoes until the United States Geological Survey team came here. It was a total educational process for me. I had, when I thought of a volcano, I thought of a volcano like in Hawaii where the lava flows out at a nice leisurely pace and people take pictures of it, and it's a very pretty thing to watch.
A joint U.S.-Philippine science team sees a different picture from the air. Pinatubo has no written history of eruptions, but it's surrounded by huge deposits of ancient pyroclastic flows.
Okay, I'll start climbing up.
Lockhart and his teammates see the threat in a whole new light.
I think it's just ash, Sandy. That's coming up out of the ground. We've got a serious problem.
For 2 weeks, they install a monitoring network on ridges around the volcano. Lockhart outfits each station with a radio transmitter that sends data to a makeshift observatory on Clark. Pinatubo's activity increases daily. The science team urges local authorities to consider evacuations.
It's a big responsibility in the sense that you're causing people to move out of their abode and transfer to evacuation centers, suffer there, and wait for something to happen. And if nothing happens, then our reputation is at stake. So we were very careful about that.
June 5th. Swarms of earthquakes prompt a level 3 alert. Eruption possible within 2 weeks. 20,000 Filipinos living within 6 miles of the summit are ordered to relocate to temporary shelters. But the Air Force stays put. Scientists brief the senior officer at Clark, General William Studer. They admit there is a chance the volcano may not erupt at all. June 7th, Pinatubo releases clouds of ash. The science team issues a level 4 alert. Eruption possible within 24 hours.
Shake and bake. Cactus 30, how do you read? 263.9er.
Most ominous is the appearance of a plug of thick lava, the kind that generates pyroclastic flows.